All right, I was supposed to speak about Charlie Hebdo's cartoon about. They made a funny cartoon. Funny in the sense, some people will find it offensive, some will find it shocking, some will find it, well, freedom of expression. I look at it as a cartoon. Whether you draw a cartoon of a prophet, a god, me, it's just a cartoon. I don't take it seriously. Okay, so one is that. The second one, ouch, it's a new shoe, so it's tearing into my skin. Okay, the second thing which I want to speak to you about, one is this cartoon. The second one is George Floyd getting 27 million. And last and not the least, I'll talk to you about the, what do you call that, UAE's vision, blah, blah, whatever vision it has for the next 20 years. So the first one, this Charlie Hebdo's cartoons. I don't understand what is the outcry. I don't understand why it's such a big deal. It's just a fucking cartoon. Okay, fine. Some people will find it good taste. Some will find it bad taste. Some will find it unacceptable. It's a fucking cartoon. Grow the fuck up. People overreacted when they draw the prophet. Nobody knows. Here's newsflash. Nobody fucking knows how the prophet looks like. Nobody knows. So when you don't know how the prophet looks like, why are you getting so worked up? Please make me understand, you do not know how the prophet looks like. So then when someone draws a prophet, why are you getting angry? Why are you getting upset? Just fucking ignore, na? Let's say, for example, you say, motherfucker. You say, you look like a dog. Okay, yeah, I look like a dog, fine. Then, oh, your father looks like this. Your mother's so fucking ugly. One guy even said, I wouldn't fuck your mother, even if she was the last woman on earth. I said, you wouldn't do that. I also wouldn't do that because she's so fucking ugly and old. I mean, we can do it with so many hot other beautiful women. What is the desperation for an old hag? Then people are saying, oh, your wife is ugly. Yeah, where did I say my wife is the hottest model on the planet? She's a normal plain Jane. Some people say, oh, I look ugly. I said, tell me something new. I was never known for my good looks. Never. Some people find me unique, some people find me disgusting. And then there are people who even jump on board and say, your daughter looks, my baby girl, she looks ugly. Fine. I don't want my daughter looking hot and all that. I want her to learn the skills of being street smart. That's my priority, not looks. I don't want her to be a good-looking bimbo. So in the same way, when I ignore and I don't care a damn, it loses its value. There are so many, just check my YouTube comments. How many people are abusing me? Left, right and center, they keep abusing me. I enjoy, I have fun. It's entertainment. So why are you taking seriously? You remember in school days, people say, hey, you look like monkey. Ha ha ha, hey, you look like monkey. And people, mummy, he called me, look like monkey, I look like donkey. Are you small children? When the fuck will you grow up? I remember when I was in school, they used to tell me, Loy, my name was Loy, so obviously you know my name is Loy. So they say, Loy, boy, give me your toy. Okay. Or some you say, Loy, what? Loy boy had a toy, or whatever. When I was small, I used to find that very offensive. I used to find it very hurting. I was a small boy. But as I grew up, when I used to have sex with girls, they say, Loy, I want your toy. Oh, then it became, oh, sexy. Oh, you want my toy? I'll give you my toy. Yeah, I'll put it in. Well, finally, that insult became a good thing. And Loy, I like your toy. Some girls used to tell me that, Loy, I like your toy. Oh, thank you. So, what? Why are you getting offended by the cartoon, man? Grow up. We need to grow the fuck up. Okay? That's the problem with today's generation. Anything, oh, I find it offensive. Oh, he said this, he said that. Please, I'm telling you, please abuse me as much as you like. Please draw cartoons about me. Funny cartoons. I find it very flattering. I really appreciate if you do that. Put cartoons about me, my wife, my child, my family, Put cartoons, write bad words, put offensive poems. I'll feel so happy. I don't know why people are behaving like children. Meghan Markle has made a fool of herself. So, you are leveraging on your fame trying to be famous. Like I told you, she is receiving millions, speaking to a billionaire, okay, about life as a multi-millionaire. How sad is that? So much of suffering. Oh, I suffered as a princess. Oh, what a good life I had. It was so painful. She should visit India sometimes, you know, where the poorest of the poor. She should visit Africa, where they don't have, where they eat with the sand, you know, sand and sugar. They actually eat sand pancakes. She should visit some of the people who are working in the sun 14 hours a day and getting to eat one bowl of rice. That is suffering. What fuck is this here? Oh, I suffered. Looking at her face only, my blood boils. It's like, you know, when you look at that face, if you're not getting if you're having constipation, you will get loose motion. LOOSE, loose motion. When you look at the, everything comes out. That's the face Meghan Markle has. And Harry anyway looks like having, you know, some STD on your private parts. Anyway, if his face looks like that, I wonder what you must be saying about my face. Anyway, this is Charlie Hebdo. So take it fucking easy. The second one, George Floyd. George Floyd and you know what I've realized? America is the only progressive country in the world, so progressive that it becomes regressive. It's the only country in the world where a criminal can sue and get paid millions. So all those of you who are criminals, all of you who are drug addicts, smokers, drinkers, but who feel a sense of entitlement, please, if you go to USA, you have a chance to make big money. Easy money, easy money. USA is that country where you can make easy money as a criminal. See, I don't want to say that George Floyd should have been killed. No human being should be killed unless convicted. If he's a pedophile, if he was molesting a child, if he was harming human beings, then he should be killed. Without a doubt, no pity for such people. But this guy was into drugs, was a bum, was breaking the law, was not cooperating. I want you to see the video, that dash footage camera of George Floyd, the actual incident. Watch the video. See how many times the police officer asked him, please comply, comply, comply. This guy is a fucking lunatic. Okay? He was so fucking irritating. I was even wondering, how is this cop so patient? It came to the point where I fucking lost it. And right from the get-go, he was like, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. Even before he put the knee on his neck, when he was trying to put him in the car, oh, I can't. So, which part do you accept as truth and which part do you accept as bullshit? Like I said, him getting killed is wrong. Someone who killed him should be punished, yes. But George Floyd is not a saint. He shouldn't be the face of any fucking movement. He's setting a bad example. And him winning 27 million is a fucking joke. Is an absolute fucking joke. And see, look at it. George Floyd's family got 27 million. Justice was served. Oh, yeah, because it's fuckload of money. Anyone pays you money, you'll be fucking happy. A family that has tolerated a criminal behavior, easy money, 27 million. The lawyers are so fucking happy. But who's paying this money? Is it those cops? It's the taxpayers. So they won a lottery ticket, 27 million. Sadly, the price to pay was someone's death, which is unfortunate. But the guy he is not a role model for, people are fucking taking you for a ride, putting his photograph and paintings on murals and what fucking nonsense. And what is this Black Lives Matter? Every human life matters. You're making it a racist propaganda. Black lives only. What about yellow lives? What about people from who are considered yellow? What about Asians? What about them? So only black? No, you are preaching, you want equality, but then you're discriminating everyone else. Where will it be united? See, and for those people, you have no idea what is happening in US. My dear friend, What is happening in US is not unique only to US. Racism happens every single fucking place on the planet. There's not a single place in this world where there's no racism. Every human being has imperfections in them. Every human being has a little bit of racism in them, preference in them, favoritism, sexism. They have imperfections. They have sexual preferences. So what are we harping about? Oh, this. And this Black Lives Matter, all these protesters, you think they are all saints? The ones who are looting, the ones who are plundering, the ones who are destroying property. Oh, you'll say, no, that was Antifa. How do you know? You went and spoke to them. This is stupidity, man. There are nut jobs both. Whether it's white, black, yellow, there are nut cases everywhere. So for me, this George Floyd thing was an easy money day. Congratulations to the family, easy money. My condolence to the taxpayers. For George Floyd, he shouldn't have died. He should have been in jail and been rotting there for the rest of his life. He's an unwanted element. And he definitely shouldn't be the face of any movement. And anybody who puts his face as the face of the movement, anybody, I think they have some mental issues in their head. Like I said, USA is the only place in the world where you can get free money with a criminal past. You can sue the cops, you can sue the government, you can sue everyone and hope to make it an easy cash day. Land of the free, home of the brave, USA. Okay, and now last if not the least, UAE. Once again, UAE has come in the headlines for a vision for 2040. Let's go back in time. You remember the vision for Expo 2020, the vision. We'll have 25 million people coming to UAE. Remember that vision? What happened to that vision? Okay. Remember they made Al Maktoum airport with a vision of 200 million people visiting the airport? What happened to that vision? Okay. You remember the vision when oil was booming? They said, this actually came in the papers, I'm not exaggerating. Sheikh Saeed, who was the chairman of Emirates Airlines, he said that UAE will cross the GDP of China, USA, India. I'm not exaggerating. I don't know if that article is still there. If I can get it, I'll share it with you. He actually said this. Okay. So that was their vision. Sheikh Mohammed, see, don't get me wrong. Sheikh Mohammed he wishes best for UAE. He wants best for the country. He wants best for his citizens. And then, yes, he wants to make UAE a paradise. Okay, but when you can't fix the now, when you can't fix the present moment, what the fuck are you talking about 20 years from today? It's like, I'll give an example. It's like, you know, I do resume rebrands. Okay, I do resume rebranding. And the person cannot get a job in the current market with his existing CV. And then they tell me, there are some idiots, Loy, I don't mind getting a job in USA, but the pay scale has to be good, Loy. And because there is tax, I want at least 50% more than what I'm getting. I listen to all their bullshit and I tell them, man, you're not able to get a job in a country where you stayed for 10 years or 15 years. And now you are thinking of jumping to another country where nobody knows you. You don't know anyone. You don't know the policies, procedures. And you're saying that they have to give you a salary which is much more higher than industry standard. Mental case, right? The same way with people who don't even have a girlfriend. Forget girlfriend. They don't even get a pussy to fuck. And they are talking of, Loy, one day when I have grandchildren, they will study in a good college and they will have a great life. First, get a fucking, even a toy vagina to fuck, man. You can't even afford that. What the fuck are you talking about grandchildren? See, the same thing with the UAE. The problem with the UAE is, I think, it's become a part-time hobby. It's become a, I don't know. It's become this fashion statement to predict in the future we will do this, we'll do that. But they can't solve the existing problems. See, they are talking of having so many urban cities and so many buildings and so many properties. What about the existing properties of Damac, the existing properties of Emaar, the incomplete projects of Nakil? You have already taken people's money. But where are the projects? I know why they are doing this. Okay, it's very simple. It's to facilitate the economy. It's to give people hope. Okay, we can hope for projects. So at least people will take the interest. And yes, for people who will at least do some projects, then you'll need manpower. You'll purchase materials. The economy will run. At least there'll be cash flow. But the biggest problem is there have been one too many failed promises, one too many. And when you constantly have, you keep crying wolf, 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 and there is no wolf. At some point, people are going to listen, man, I believed you enough. I can't take your shit anymore. I'm not going to believe you anymore. See, my wife and baby, they came. I've been doing a video for 1 hour. So, now just 5 more minutes, okay? Okay, my wife wants to go to toilet. See, gonna go to toilet. So, just give me 5 minutes, okay? So, anyway, see, what I want to conclude and tell you is, 1 second. Let me take my baby. Okay, you give me the baby, you go. You give me the baby, I'll do a video with baby. Come. Come. Okay, you go. So I'm making a video with baby. She come, walkie. So what I was telling you is, the main thing is UAE is hoping that the economy runs. There will be some movement. There will be some interest. People will say, look, we both are making the video. So people will invest in the country. So that's the hope. But like I said, you cry wolf too many times and there is no wolf. One fine day people will say, listen man, we believed you too many times. So now people are going to be very cautious. The only thing that I see is maybe the rulers of UAE will, especially Dubai, will close their eyes and say, whatever money you're bringing in, whether it's black money, white money, any money, you can just invest. Will not ask you any questions. And do things legally. So at least the economy will run. But as far as these projects and all, the 20 years, 30 years, you remember the last project that they announced? The finger of, they took the print of Sheikh Mohammed's finger and they were going to build a tower with that. So what happened to that? Underwater hotel, what happened with that? Revolving tower, what happened with that? 1 mile high tower, what happened with that? So right now, let's see if Expo 2020 at least finishes off decently. It will happen, but let's see what happens with Expo. Then following that, let's see what happens next. Okay. Anyway, I have to manage with my baby now. Come. So this is the first ever video, me and my baby together. So let me manage. What a life being a vlogger and a father. Anyway, you take care guys. Now I'll go with my baby inside. So the video is finished, but if you want to still watch what I'm going to do with the baby, continue watching. This shoe has cut into my foot. It has cut into my foot. I need to put a bandage. Come. This is like, wait. Let's see where she want to go. So you guys, video is finished, but you can follow on if you want. Come. I have to put on. Wait. One minute. I have to put mask. 1 minute. Oh, I have to put a mask before I go in. 1 second. Come. Thank you. Come. Oh, this is the mall. It's tiring it. What you want? Come. She. Where are you going? Walking so much with these new shoes, my skin is torn. Need to put something. Put a bandage afterwards. Come. Where are you going? Where are you going? No idea where she's going. Where are you going? Come this side, come this side. Come. No, come this side, come. Ice cream. Come, mom. No. Come here. Come. You want to go there? Boy. No, you can't go. Come this side. No. Come this side, come. Come here, come. My foot, see, skin. These are new shoes, so it cut into my skin. Oh boy. Alright. So guys, you guys take care. Let me say bye. Come. No. Come this side, come. We go there. Come. No. You already come. No. Come this side. Come. Okay, let me take her. You guys take care. Okay, so finally I had to cave in and let my daughter go and play. She likes to play here. You can see. She likes to be in the kitchen. She does all these things. Where you can say no to a baby. Let her play. She'll play for some time. I'll do something. Life. Okay.